Hello everyone. Welcome to online lecture series of Set Vidya Mandir High School Junior College Science and Commerce. Today I will start new chapter Chemical Thermodynamics. This is very most important chapter for your board, for your entrance. So in this chapter Chemical Thermodynamics, I will explain terms used in thermodynamics, types of system, properties of system, path function, and last, process and its types. So let's start. Terms used in thermodynamics. First, system and surrounding. The part of universe which one is under thermodynamically consideration is called system. So part of universe under thermodynamic investigation is called system, and rest of part is called what? Surrounding. So all other parts of the universe outside the system are called surroundings. So these are the two things, system and surrounding. And in this chapter we will discuss about the conversion of energy, transfer of energy, system to surrounding, surrounding to system. Now after that I will explain types of system. So three types of system here. First, open system. Such a system which exchanges both energy and matter with the surroundings is called a open system. For example, hot water in open container. So hot water evaporate to the surrounding, it means what? Material can transfer, as well as it can transfer heat to the surrounding, that's why become cool. So we can say that this is the system in which matter as well as energy both can transfer from system to surrounding. Now second one, closed system. Such a system that exchanges energy and not the matter with the surroundings is called closed system. So when system only exchange energy, not the material, is called closed system. For example, hot water in closed container. So hot water in closed container cannot be transfer their material, only transfer the energy. So this is the example of closed system. Third one, last, isolated system. Such a system that does not allow exchange the either energy or matter with the surroundings is an isolated system. Neither material nor energy. So system which cannot allow to exchange material as well as energy is called what? Isolated system. For example, thermoflask, thermos. Perfect and ideal isolated system is difficult, but we consider thermos and thermoflask as a isolated system where energy and material both cannot exchange from system to surrounding. So three types of system here: open system, closed system, and isolated system. Now, properties of system. Two properties are here. First, extensive property, and second, intensive property. So first see this extensive property. A property which depend on amount of matter present in the system is called an extensive property. For example, mass, volume, internal energy, heat capacity, number of moles, etc. Just consider this mass or volume. So in system, when we increase the amount of substance, then mass of the system will increase. Volume of system will increase. It means these properties depend upon amount of substance. Because of that, these are the extensive properties. Next one is the intensive property. A property which independent on the amount of matter present in system is called an intensive property. For example, density, pressure, temperature, surface tension, viscosity, melting point, boiling point, specific heat, etc. When we see this density, so density of water is fixed. When we consider 1 ml of water, otherwise 100 ml of water, then density of water is fixed. That's why this is intensive property, which is not depend upon amount of substance, amount of matter. So property which independent on amount of matter is called intensive property, and which depend on amount of matter is called extensive property. Now state function. So function or the property of system which only depend upon the initial state and final state. It not depend upon the path by which it is brought about is called state function. So which only depend upon the initial state of the system and final state of the system. Only depend on the state of the system, not on the path, is called state function. So the property which depend on the state of system and independent on path followed to attain it is called the state function. For example, here we consider state 1, initial state, where pressure is P1, volume is V1, temperature is T1 and number of mole N. When we change any variable, then it convert into the P2, V2 and T2, and number of mole is same. So change in variable, change in state. So these are called what? Change in variable. When we change the pressure, then its state will change and variable is change. It means these are the property which depend upon initial state and final state, not depend upon path, is called the state function. But next we discuss about the path functions. The properties which depend on path are called path functions. For example, work and heat. So state function which not depend on path, only depend on the state of the system is called state function, and property which depend on path is called path function. Now, process and its types. Process means way by which one state convert to other state. That is called what? Process. So different types of process here. First, isothermal process. It is a process in which temperature of the system remain constant throughout the transformation. When one state convert to other state, then temperature of system remain constant. Because of that, it is called what? Isothermal process. Isothermal process. Thermal means what? Temperature. So isothermal process where temperature is constant. That's why we can say that delta T is equal to 0 as well as delta U is equal to also 0. Now, isobaric process. Sorry, it should be delta T and here delta U, it's wrong, delta U is equal to 0. Delta U is the internal energy. So I will explain afterward what is internal energy, how it is related to temperature. So when delta T is equal to 0, then delta U is equal to also 0. So isothermal process where delta T is equal to 0. Now we consider the example. Isothermal process always takes place in the open or closed system where energy can exchange. When energy exchange, then temperature of system remain constant. For example, exothermic reaction takes place in a closed or open system. Then exothermic reaction evolve heat. So extra heat transfer to the surrounding. That's why temperature of system remain constant. And in endothermic process, heat absorbed from the surrounding and temperature of system remain constant. That's why these are called what? Isothermal process. So isothermal process can take place in open and closed system where energy can exchange. Now isobaric process. In isobaric process, pressure remain constant during the transformation. So delta P is equal to 0. Sorry, here should we write this delta P is equal to 0. Delta P is equal to 0. Now isochoric process, it is the process during which volume of system remain constant during the transformation. That's why we can say that delta V is equal to 0. Sorry, it is wrong adjustment. That's why delta V is equal to 0 means volume of system remain constant. Example, for example, what is the example of the isochoric process where volume of system remain constant? For example, gaseous reaction. Gaseous reaction in closed container. When gaseous reaction takes place in closed container, then volume of system remain constant. So it is called what? Isochoric process. Now next one is the adiabatic process, a process in which there is no exchange of heat between system and surrounding is an adiabatic process, means Q is equal to 0. So adiabatic process takes place in the isolated system where energy cannot exchange. Energy as well as matter not exchange from surrounding. So when exothermic reaction takes place in isolated system, then temperature of system will increase but total amount of heat will remain constant. In endothermic reaction, temperature of system will decrease but total energy, total heat of system remain constant. That's why this is adiabatic process. Now reversible process, this is very most important part. For the system in mechanical equilibrium with the surroundings, infinitesimal change may cause the process to occur in reverse direction. The process said to be thermodynamically reversible. The process conducted in such a way so that at every stage the driving force due to pressure is infinitesimally greater than its opposing force due to external pressure, and which can be reversed by a slight change of the opposing force is reversible process. I will explain it. Just consider a cylinder in which gas enclosed with the piston which is frictionless and weightless. So external pressure is the driving force and internal pressure, gaseous pressure, is the opposing force. So when driving and opposing force differ by infinitesimally small amount, this is very less amount which is only calculative, not observable and real, then at every stage this system will be at equilibrium, and this is called what? Reversible process. Reversible process means difference in the opposing and driving force is very small. At any stage the system can at the original position. So this is called what? Reversible process. Now features of the reversible process: the driving and opposing force differ by an infinitesimally. The process can be reversed by an infinitesimal change in conditions. A reversible process proceeds infinitely slowly and takes place in infinite number of steps. And last, at the end of every step, the system attain mechanical equilibrium with the surrounding. So, reversible process take infinite steps, infinite time, and at every stage it is at the equilibrium with the surrounding. So these are the different process. In next video I will explain work and their relations, their derivations and related numericals. Thank you.